That's about as good as we can play in transition basketball. I was proud of our guard play. We turned it over 27 times against them at their place, against that same press. I think we worked on it because they embarrassed us at their place on turned it over. We made good decisions. We had a lot of zone offense called, but we never had to run it in the first half because we were breaking it, penetrating, shooting jumpers by Walker and Williams, and Jordan was just feeling it. She was getting the ball to the person in the right hand. So that really wasn't a zone offense that we were running. We ran a couple of times. We ran the triple post, and she hit Carla a couple of times on that. But other than that, it was just gaps, hitting gaps after they set up into the press. And nobody presses as long as they do in a ball game. Probably them in Kentucky press more than anybody in our league. But happy with my team. I was happy with my bench. And obviously, I was a shooting coach for Courtney Walker in that ball game. I take all credit. Do you have any questions, young man? What paper are you from?
What?
Okay. That's how we all started.
Take questions. The center.
Coach, what was the defensive plan going in? You guys held them scoreless for seemed like forever in the second half.
Well, we were trying to stop their right-handed drives. What I wanted to make sure to start the second half, we opened up in a press when we went to the line. And we don't usually do that. Why I wanted to press, I didn't want us to get content. We forced a couple early turnovers, and that I think that took all the life out of them right there, and then we got out of it. But I wanted to make sure we were doing what we were supposed to. You had to stop Tanner from driving at the high post, which she was very effective in the first half. Mohammed, I thought we did a good job on her. I think she's a little banged up. She just not the Mohammed that we normally know, but she's a little banged up. But I thought they're inside players. They let them play. They let us play inside. And just a solid, good game plan by Coach Starkey, and then the on-ball defense that she had on their point guard allowed us to get into a lot of the passing lanes.
Another one in the front.
Courtney, just what was working for you tonight? You came out really hot and pretty much stayed hot the whole time you were in.
I think we were, in the first half, we were really getting the fast break, pull up, and also the reverse side on their zone. They really over rotate on their zone, so a lot of times a lot of their players will be on one side of the floor and the opposite side is open. So a lot of times that was just me. Other times it was Jordan and Sewell, and I think we just took a lot of advantage of it.
Got another one? Thank you.
Coach, I think Carla tied the school season single block record. I know Jordan's coming up on the single season assist record. To be setting these kind of things, it seems, every couple of years. What does that say about the state of the program overall and you guys continuing to improve?
I think it says a lot about my assistant coaches who are great recruiters, and I think it's the traditions, and I think it's our players do a great job when kids come on campus and they recruit. They want to play with other great players. So we're just trying to be consistent while we're at the top. I know who's at the top. Everybody in here knows who's at the top. We want to be there where the Tennessees and the Connecticuts and the Dukes and the Notre Dames and the Stanfords and the Baylors, and they've been there for quite a while. And I think it's time for us and the South Carolinas and the Kentuckys to all be that consistent. Well, 3 out of the 4 of us are still chasing Tennessee. But I think it's gone, the top 4 are all playing tomorrow. And I challenged my team. I said, hey, both Florida did a good job of staying with them for a while, and then I'm getting confused. South Carolina just ran away with their game with Georgia. But I'm proud to be part of this 4. Now, how can we stay there? Okay, I've got good guards that are all sophomores. We need to replace Carla. She'll graduate this year, but we've got those 2 young post players that we're playing, and we've got a good freshman coming in. So I love my team. I love the tradition, and we're going to keep working as hard as we can to try to stay at that level, to be consistent to stay with those top 5 schools that I mentioned.
Another one? Okay, in front.
You just keep asking. We'll turn this into a press conference in a minute.
Coach, being able to get your starters out of there with 10 or 7, 10 minutes left in the second half and getting them some rest for tomorrow, how important is that when you're playing a team like Tennessee?
I think it's important because we're playing at 2:30. It's going to be a long night for the assistant coaches breaking down film. It's going to be a short night for our kids getting in the cold pool, trying to get themselves ready to play tomorrow. And then you just play on momentum. And we had the same thing last year. We played well. And last year we had to come from behind and beat Tennessee. Hopefully we can get off to a better start. They embarrassed us at our place. They had their A game that night, beat us by an easy 21. We'd like to give a little bit better showing this time, but they're the best transition team in our league, and Harrison is just killing people on the offensive boards. She's doing such a great job. Simmons didn't, I don't know what she ended up with, but she loves to play against Texas teams. She's a Texas girl, so we've got our hands full, but it's what we want. We want to play against the best to be the best and give Tennessee a lot of credit. It's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a good matchup for SEC. The whole nation is going to be able to see top 4 teams play, and all of us are in the top 15, and I think it's going to be great for SEC basketball.